On the Epstein files, you talked about Democrats who were in there. Elon Musk was also in there, and so was your Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and correspondence that he had with him. Did you read those new files that were published by the Department of Justice?
I didn't. I have a lot of things I'm doing, a lot of things I'm doing. I don't know. You mentioned two names. I'm sure they're fine. Otherwise, it would have been major headlines.
A lot of women who are survivors of Epstein's are unhappy with those redactions that came out. Some of them, entire witness interviews are totally blacked out. Do you think that they should be more transparent?
The fact that they thought they released too much. I heard that, and you tell me something else. No, I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else. Really. Now that nothing came out about me, other than it was a conspiracy against me, literally, by Epstein and other people. But I think it's time now for the country to maybe get onto something else.
But what would you say to people who feel like they haven't gotten justice, Mr. President?
Something that people care about. Yeah, what did you say? Go ahead.
What would you say to the survivors who feel like they haven't gotten justice?
You are the worst reporter. No wonder CNN has no ratings because of people like you. She's a young woman. I don't think I've ever seen you smile. I've known you for 10 years. I don't think I've ever seen a smile on your face.
I'm asking you about survivors.
You know why you're not smiling? Because you know you're not telling the truth. And you're a very dishonest organization, and they should be ashamed of you.
These are survivors of a sexual...
I got the files, y'all, man. I got the files. I was scared to do this because, they be niggas. I ain't trying to go all out. They're the richest nigga in the world, yeah. Weirdos. Rich ass weirdos. Epstein Island, nigga, would have been in the Dominican Republic, nigga. Fucking with legal bitches, nigga. And they all look better. Y'all niggas wanna fuck little 12-year-old, allegedly. I don't know about that.
Sí. No, friki. Conversación. ¿Qué fue? ¿Es bueno? Sí. ¿Todo bien? ¿Todo bien? Todo bien. Mi amor.
Joe? It ain't looking good. Rich white folks. Let's get into it, man. I got the files, man.
Documents dropped today. We also have Bill Gates. There's a draft email in the documents that Epstein was apparently writing to himself back in July of 2013, and in it he addressed Bill Gates, accusing him of recently disregarding their friendship or whatever twisted relationship they had. He also mentioned Gates allegedly asking him to delete some past communications. And when it's past communications with Jeffrey Epstein, the reason why he wants them to be deleted is easy to speculate about. Here is from the draft email, this section. To add insult to the injury, you, them, implore me to please delete the emails regarding your STD, your request that I provide you antibiotics that you can surreptitiously give to Melinda, and the description of your penis. And so sometimes these emails are hard to understand or to follow from Jeffrey Epstein because he wrote like an absolute illiterate madman. I don't know entirely why one of the richest men in the world would need antibiotics to be provided by Jeffrey Epstein.
Nigga, you the richest man in the world. What the hell is you asking me for pills for, man? You could get them shit your damn self. Send one of your servants to do it.
They're referencing something there. There was also a draft email that Epstein appeared to be writing on behalf of Gates' longtime science advisor, Boris Nikolic, about his intent to leave the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This is from July of 2013. Epstein wrote in his voice, by the way, for this. During the past few weeks, I have been caught up in a severe marital dispute between Melinda and Bill. In my role as his right hand, I have been asked on multiple occasions, and in hindsight, wrongly acquiesced into participating in things that have ranged from the morally inappropriate to the ethically unsound, and have been repeatedly asked to do other things that get near and potentially over the line into the illegal. From helping Bill to get drugs in order to deal with consequences of sex with Russian girls, to facilitating his illicit trysts with married women, to being asked to provide Adderall for bridge tournaments, I feel I owe it to my friends and future colleagues to admit a moral failure.
I don't think Bill fucking with them little kids. I think he just fucking prostitutes. So we're gonna get him up out of there.
But I have a feeling I know where your mind goes when you see him drafting an email which seems like blackmail material against Bill Gates.
Exactly. This is not complicated at all. These are all drafted emails not sent. These are obviously threats. If you don't do what we want, I could send this email to you and then you can't unsend it and it'll be on the record and you'll get caught. on STDs, Russian girls, whatever he's threatening. Is it true? We don't know.
We don't know. But they got all the emails and shit. All them niggas guilty, man. It's like, I don't know.
Usually they threaten things that they think that the other person will be afraid of, right? So now that doesn't mean you should assume that Bill Gates did these things. That's not the important part of this story. You can judge Bill Gates on your own time. I don't care, right? So what I care about is, so it was a blackmail operation. Because look, the one he writes for Bill Gates is super damning and like, I could send it. The one he writes for his right-hand man, obviously they've got something on the right-hand man. And what they're saying is, if we want you to, you're going to throw Bill Gates under the bus with this email. And if you don't, there will be consequences. So who is we? That's the question. And so, and based on Dropsite News' articles and emails that they've got from Epstein and Ehud Barak and others, the we is super duper clear. It's Israel. All Epstein talks about is Israel and helping Israel in every way. He has spies, Israeli spies at his place. He has the Israeli prime minister. He tries to get cyber weapons for Israel. He tries to get America to attack Syria and Iran for Israel. Israel. He is clearly Mossad. In fact, in one of the emails, he jokes about, now I'm not Mossad. Make sure you tell him I'm not Mossad.
You not what?
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'm not. Don't go anywhere.
They say he dead, but I don't think Epstein dead, man. That nigga that went on one of them Elon rocket ships and just be chilling in that bitch. Or under that little tunnel that nigga be making. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a beef with any of these rich ass motherfuckers. The last thing you want to do is be a nigga like me beefing with rich ass niggas, cause your ass out of there.
Well, he said it's not.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Come on. So what's amazing is the press will be like, Donald Trump, Bill Gates, Elon Musk. And you're like, bro, this is all about Israel. Don't say it. Why? Why can't I say it? Okay, so here, it gets way worse. So here's a portion of that is in the files, and this is amazing. It's in an FBI report. First, let's start with Dershowitz, then we'll go to Trump and Kushner. So they write in the report, CHS believed Dershowitz was co-opted by the Mossad and subscribed to their mission. Now, look, I'm not saying it. It's in the FBI report. I'm just reporting what's in the Epstein files.
See, he with the shits too. Like, I'm just reporting. I ain't beefing with y'all. I don't want y'all niggas killing me. You know what I'm saying?
So this was a real collusion story. Trump has been compromised by Israel, and Kushner is the real brains behind his organization and his presidency. So, did you see that headline yet? Maybe they'll come up later. Maybe it'll come up during the weekend. But if I know establishment media, they'll burn the hell out of it and go, this is just speculation. Hey, but you printed Trump being with a 13-year-old. That was speculation. You didn't mind that. You printed about Bill Gates' potential STDs. You didn't mind that. Elon Musk begging to go to Epstein Island over and over. But when it comes to Israel, yeah, okay. Does that mean that Trump is definitely compromised by Israel? No, but those are interesting allegations. If we're talking about the other allegations, we should be talking about the allegations about why did this entire thing happen in the first place?
Yeah.
This was not an accident.
That's all I want to know. What's up with y'all rich ass motherfuckers and little ass kids? I don't understand that shit. Like, bro, y'all rich as hell. Y'all can have every prostitute in Vegas if y'all want it. If y'all really that freaky like that, I don't know.
Not like, oh golly gee, here's the wild guy, oh Jeffrey Epstein, oh yeah, he's the pedo that all the powerful people randomly know about and like and constantly go to, and he writes blackmail emails.
I fuck with bro. I don't know who this nigga is, but I
emails to them, and he brags.
Every time he walk to his car, you gotta watch out. Every time you walk to your car, man.
He's constantly helping the Israelis with their spies and their ex-presidents, and we can't put 2 and 2 together? No, I put it together. It's 4. So mainstream media can tell you it's 5 or 0, but they're giant liars. Epstein was clearly part of Israel's operations here, and they're clearly were trying to blackmail the most powerful people in the country. So wake up, America. It's super obvious, and Israel is not an ally. They've been using and abusing us for all of these years.
Yeah, weird, like I buy what you say, but weirdly I come out of this feeling a little bit bad for them because they invest all of this time and effort into trying to blackmail Donald Trump, but they don't get that he's such a morally upright man that he wouldn't do anything that he could be blackmailed for. He partied for decades with Epstein, and he probably didn't do anything.
No.
Sinful, cheating.
He's just too moral.
Definitely. But it's weird.
Oh no. They both got different opinions. I ain't hear this nigga opinion yet. I don't know what's going on. Shit could be fake. Shit could be real. Who knows, man? I don't know who you is, man, but be careful. Be careful, my boy. You know a lot. They on your ass. I be wanting to talk to y'all about shit like this, but, you know, we be on other shit, man. We be all entertainment, man. But this right here, this real shit. This not no...
When you go and you attack other countries, our military is amazing. Best in the world, best that's ever been created, right?
Yeah.
So that was an amazing mission that they did in Venezuela and an amazing one they did in Iran. But you do 3 or 4 of those and you're going to get burned because it's just a matter of chance. I think that's right.
And in case you're wondering why Cenk went on the Tucker Carlson show, and I'm sure many of you are wondering exactly that, here's your answer. He tells you.
I also want to break down the barriers of Republicans versus Democrats, right wing versus left wing. I think that it's kind of used to divide us, and I think that the powerful already have an incredible elite team. They're very, very organized, and they do it through donations to the politicians, etc.
Yes.
But the American people are not organized. We have built 2 teams, but those 2 teams, the Republicans and the Democrats, have been trained to fight each other instead of fighting up, right?
Exactly.
And so when you split the population that way, you take away all of their energy because you have them use their energy against one another rather than against you. It's actually brilliant.
That's how the British ruled India.
Exactly, right?
Yes.
And it's done on a meta level in every way. Also, by the way, on a global level, Christians versus Muslims. 2 billion here, 2 billion there. Make sure you guys are fighting one another. And hey, look at that. We've used up all your energy fighting one another and not looking up.
I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great last point that you made there, Cenk. A lot of great points. And I encourage everyone to check out the rest of the interview. Again, nearly 2.5.
Y'all try to blame the rappers. Like, 1996, Jay-Z. How the hell was... That nigga had Hawaiian. Man, the closest thing Jay-Z had to an island in 96 was Hawaiian shirts, nigga.
The rapper gave me and my partner Jay-Z, my witness was so true indeed, black. She said,
And Pusha-T, 96, that nigga was like in school. That nigga was about to graduate, 17, 18, something like that.
With all of this stuff legally because it is public information, even if it's not necessarily public available.
Nigga said Pusha T was a handler. How the fuck that nigga go in the fucking Bayside or whatever school he went to?
It's the public information in terms of
Look,
the
for
government
real
needs
enough.
to own it and keep track of it. And the reason that's important is that there is a delineation between the nature of this and what we've broadly been discussing as Epstein files up till this point, meaning investigation-related documents the FBI collected while charging and convicting Jeff, which what we're reading here is not related to any investigation of the sort. Rather, it is a tip that, as far as I know, the redactions. In approximately 1996, Blank resided with Blank in Blank. An unknown man abducted her from her home, whence she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, Jay-Z, while Weinstein had...
Man, get this bullshit out of here.
I'm not going to read that out loud. But it does say here that she believed she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. The victim estimated she was abducted on 7 occasions, awaking each time in an opulent indoor setting. not alleging it's the same setting, a different setting, or just different opulent indoor settings, or I don't know. Blank suffered from abuse on multiple of those occasions in which Epstein participated. Blank recalled Leon Black and William Barr, current United States Attorney General, being present during some of the occasions of abuse. When, I'll be real, regardless of what people want to say in terms of Jay-Z's relevance within hip-hop at that point, white people, specifically white people were not even having a hint of who Jay-Z was until Hard Knock Life dropped.
That's what I'm saying. Don't nobody know about 1996 Jay-Z, man. Come on, man. Don't nobody know about none of that.
I'll also note that years ago at this point, Jeffrey Epstein's Little Black Book, as we know it, that was packed full of celebrities and verified to be authentic. Yeah, that leaked a while ago, and there were lots of celebrity names in that Black Book, obviously not all of which were involved in his crimes. But I noticed from what I see, Jay-Z's name is not in there anywhere. Again, on its face, the allegation, the story itself doesn't seem like the most outlandish in the world. What leaves me wondering is the lack of a paper trail or any sort of communications, because I mean, as the thousands of other documents that have dropped have shown, Jeffrey was in pretty regular contact with a lot of his most famous and successful and demanding associates. The idea that Jay-Z would be doing this but his name wouldn't be getting thrown around seems kind of strange to me. And in a way that's even kind of stranger for Pusha-T, who turns up in this next page here. Same call, same allegation, just continued. So on each occasion in which this person was being abducted as well as taken advantage of, she believed she was drugged, clouding her memory, and attributed the drugging as frequently performed by persons assigned as handlers, whom she described as persons who established friendships with the victims. Among her handlers, Blank identified the artist Pusha-T.
It's that bullshit, man. That's what make you know what I'm saying? Don't believe nothing.
Address this part first, because it's very difficult to square given the specificity of this timeline here. Because again, the victim says that she was abducted 7 times between the years of basically 2006 and 1996. And within that period of time, at the beginning of which, keep in mind, Pusha-T is a 19-year-old from Virginia. For an unspecified amount of times, Pusha-T was drugging her and was also her handler. Again, it's not specified how many times Pusha-T was...
This all bullshit.
In this process, enough to be among these individuals who were seen as having established friendships with the victims. And again, that's just really confusing for me personally, because I can't quite make sense of how this would work in the earlier portion of this timeline or even the latter portion. Because do I see Pusha T as a barely legal teenager from Virginia being a full-time or part-time trafficking handler on behalf of Jeff Epstein? That I don't know. But at the height of Clips's popularity and success, I have a difficult time making sense of this too. And again, maybe it wouldn't if the allegation were merely, oh, you know, Pusha T was among the many celebrities that Epstein was involved with during that time. But no, the handler framing makes it seem almost as if he's like working for him. You want me to believe that Pusha T, while being one half of Clips and kind of building up this fledgling rap career, is a part-time, full-time handler for Epstein? So again, while obviously turning up in this file dump has me like, you know, really worrying and really concerned, simultaneously the idea of Pusha T in this portion of his life finding the time to serve in this role for Jeff while also doing it and leaving...
This is all bullshit.